And everybody, welcome to Larry Knight Field as the Sumrall Bobcats are set to take on the Bulldogs from Mize here at Larry Knight Field tonight. The Bobcats come into this game with a 23-4 record, the district champs of District 7 4A. Mize coming into the game with a 20-6 record, an incredible record on the season for a very young squad for Coach Dice and the Bulldogs. Sumrall's lineup tonight has changed a little bit due to it being senior night. Exciting game for a lot of these guys. So batting first for Sumrall, Caden Williamson. Batting second, Drew Davis. Batting third, Leo Odom. Batting fourth, Landon Hawkins. Batting fifth, Cade Clinton. Batting sixth, Leo Odom. Batting seventh, Colby Pittman. Batting eighth, Eli Altman. Batting ninth, Cody Broom, and Malik McNair in left field. And set to lead things off here for the Bulldogs, the shortstop, number 2, Will Ragsdale. A very, very beautiful night here in Sumrall. And the wind is blowing straight out for righties. Patrick Thomas on the mound for the Bobcats tonight. This is just his second start of the season, but he has had an incredible senior year, the times that he has pitched. That pitch brings the count to 1-1, the 81-mile-an-hour fastball from Thomas. So the 1-1 pitch. That one misses low for ball 2. So the Bobcats defensively will line up Cade Clinton behind the plate tonight. S.T. Most is not here today. So Cade Clinton filling in for things behind the plate. And then you have Landon Hawkins at third. Drew Davis at short. Cody Broom at second. Leo Odom at first. Malik McNair in left field. Caden Williamson in center. And Colby Pittman in right. So a leadoff walk for the Bulldogs. And that gets us started here in Sumrall. Batting second for the Bulldogs, number 23, Garrison Coral, the second baseman. So Ragsdale stands on first with a leadoff walk. Patrick Thomas comes set, and he delivers. And that pitch just misses outside for ball 1. A good crowd here for senior day for the Bobcats. This is the Bobcats' last regular season game before they play Forest Thursday night in the first round of the playoff. They will play that game here at 7 o'clock on Thursday. And that will be a very exciting game, and a ton of people usually come out for the playoffs. So if you are coming, get here early if you want a spot. The 1-1 count here on Cole. Thomas picks to first. So the 1-1 count. Ragsdale stands on first. Cole takes that one in the dirt. The head coach for Mize, Coach Dice, a former Sumrall Bobcat himself, won a few state championships here in Sumrall. He's the head coach of the Bulldog squad, and he has done a great job turning that program around. Patrick Thomas. Looks like he's having trouble gripping the ball. They're trying to find him a rosin bag, so he waits off to the right side of the mound. So Patrick Thomas toes the rubber again with a runner on second for the Bulldogs. 3-1 count here on the second baseman. And that one, a called strike. And that brings the count full here versus Garrison Corral. Patrick Thomas. And the 3-2. That one fouled right back to me. Got in on the hands of Corral. So the 3-2 pitch. This one hit up the middle. Drew Davis scoops it up and makes an easy throw to first base for out number one. So the Bobcats get the first out of the inning. That piece of hitting is going to allow Ragsdale to reach third for the Bulldogs. So a runner in scoring position for Trey Myers, the center fielder for the Mize Bulldogs. Patrick Thomas trying to keep Ragsdale where he's at over there at third base. And that one popped up. Cody Broom catches it, and they're going to tag. But he heads back to third, so Patrick Thomas, great situational pitching. And Cody Broom, a good job camping under it and giving it a shot home over there in right field. He plays second base, but caught that one halfway into right field. So 2 outs now for the Bobcats. Patrick Thomas throws a good pitch, but it just misses low for ball one. Holder McCown, the third baseman, the hitter for the Bulldogs. And that one fouled out of play. Colby Pittman trying to run it down over there in right field. And Ronnie Smith catches that one over there in the right field roost. And this one, a foul ball. Must have hit off the plate. And that brings it to strike number 2 here against McAlpin. Thomas trying to leave him where he's at over there at third base. And the 1-2 pitch. And that is strike 3. So Patrick Thomas, after walking the leadoff hitter, gets 3 outs in a row, and the Bobcats are headed to the plate when we come back. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So leading things off here in the bottom of the first inning, center fielder Caden Williamson steps up to the plate. Caden Williamson comes into this game hitting .288 out of that leadoff spot. A very special shout out. Logan Powell, former outfielder for the Bobcats, checking in, saying special things happen here on senior night. Caden Williamson takes that pitch up high for ball one. He takes that one up for ball two. Blue Pop Construction checking in tonight. Very loyal watcher for the Bobcats. So the 3-0 count here on Williamson. The 3-0 pitch. Called a strike down the middle. And ball four. And that'll bring up Drew Davis, the shortstop. Davis comes into the game hitting .320 with 5 doubles, a triple, and a home run. 2 home runs on the season. A very good freshman campaign for the freshman shortstop. So Williamson stands at first. Davis in the box. And he hammers this one to left field for a single. So after a leadoff walk, Davis follows it up with a no-out single, and that will bring up the third baseman, Landon Hawkins. Landon Hawkins hitting .372 on the season, 5 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs himself. Trying to keep the rally going here in the bottom of the first inning. And a big swing, fouled back behind my head. So Landon Hawkins, third baseman, has a runner in scoring position. A good take. But he gets called a strike. So Hawkins down 0-2 on the count. And that one misses away. So 1-2 count, no outs. Davis stands at first, Williamson at second. Landon Hawkins trying to make some damage, and this one's going to go into the 6 hole, and Williamson's going to try to score from second, and he does. So the Bobcats strike first here in the bottom half of the first inning, and that run is brought to you by Ronnie Smith Performance Horses. So the Bobcats lead 1-0 here in the bottom half of the first inning. And that'll bring up the catcher tonight, Cade Clinton. Clinton hitting .329 on the season, 4 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs. So him, Odom, and Hawkins all tied at 3 home runs. That one misses low for ball 1. That'll bring the count to 1-1. So Clinton, the catcher tonight for the Bobcats, his natural position. And the pick off to second. That's going to get into center field. So Drew Davis is going to advance to third. And Landon Hawkins will advance to second on the air by the shortstop. So the pick off to second base hits off the shortstop's glove and goes into center field. And Drew Davis and Landon Hawkins able to move 90 feet. So 2 runners in scoring position now for Clinton. The 2-1 pitch. That one misses up and away. Leo Odom stands on deck for the Bobcats. And he is now headed to the plate as a 5-pitch walk for Cade Clinton. Loads the bases here in Sumrall. Will Rayner, the pinch runner over there for Clinton. So Rayner stands at first, Hawkins at second, and Davis at third. And Leo Odom steps in the box. Odom hitting .322 on the year with a whopping 12 doubles on the season. And this one is hit to the third baseman, and he throws it home and gets him in time for out number 1. So the fielder's choice to go home, and he gets Davis out at home for out number 1. A good play defensively. But now Colby Pittman, the hitter for the Bobcats, the senior. This is a great opportunity for him to leave his mark and remember tonight for forever. A big swing and a miss. Colby Pittman down with a 1-2 count. Here with 1 out, bases loaded for the Bobcats offense. And the 1-2 pitch. That one misses. That one misses way out. It gets called strike 3.
Designated hitter, Eli Altman.
And now Eli Altman, the hitter for the Bobcats. Eli Altman, brother of Ethan Altman. Eli Altman, a senior on this Bobcats team. A 4-year tenure here at Sumrall. So Ethan Harmon, the pitcher for the Bulldogs, trying to leave the bases loaded here in Sumrall in the bottom of the first inning. And Allman takes that for strike 1. Cody Broom stands on deck for the Bobcats. That one misses way out. So a big RBI opportunity here for Altman. And his first start this season. That one misses low for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike Here to Altman. Altman, the DH tonight, hitting for the pitcher, Patrick Thomas. And he pops this one up, and it could be trouble. But the first baseman catches it, and the Bobcats leave. 3 runners on.
1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, 3 left. After 1 complete, Sumrall 5-0.
1 run, 2 hits, 1 error. They leave 3 on base. So we are headed to the top of the second inning. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So Patrick Thomas back on the mound here in the top of the second inning. The hitter for the Mize Bulldogs is their pitcher on the mound, Ethan Harmon. Patrick Thomas working quick. And that breaking ball catches the outside part of the plate for strike number 2. So an 0-2 count here on Harmon. And that one fouled back. Harmon staying alive with 2 strikes. A beautiful night here in Sumrall. Harmon staying alive again. So the Bobcats set to take on Forest on Thursday night here at home in the first round of the playoffs. And Friday night, they will play Forest again. But the destination of where that game will be is to be determined. Forest had a storm come through their field. And so the Bobcats are unable to play Forest at Forest. So there are several possible destinations for that game. And a big swing and a miss. And Ethan Harmon is out on strikes from Thomas. So 2 straight strikeouts for Thomas. And that'll bring up Hendricks McGee, the first baseman. One out here in the top half of the second inning. And a swing and a miss there by McGee. And this one fouled down the third base line. So quick 2 strikes on McGee. A very young Bulldog squad here for Mize. And And that one misses in the dirt. Roll one.
I'm going to tell him you put that song in by yourself. Huh? So, I'm going to tell him you put that song in by yourself.
So a 1-2 count, one out. And this one hit the third base. A good scoop over there by Hawkins and a great throw to first for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down so far for the Bulldogs. Patrick Thomas working quick on the mound for the Bobcats. Now the hitter for the Bulldogs, the right fielder, Dak Smith. The 0-1 pitch. That one misses low. To bring the count to 1-1. The 1-1 pitch misses low. Patrick Thomas, the son of the principal here in Sumrall. And that last pitch brings the count to 2-2 here with 2 outs. A good take there by Smith. That brings the count full. So a 3-2 pitch. And it's going to be hit up the middle. It's going to be a tough play. Hits off Davis's glove and rolls into center field for a 2-out single. So Dak Smith finds a hole. And the Bulldogs stay alive here in the top half of the second inning. And that'll bring up Redding Day, the DH tonight for the Bulldogs. Two outs here in the top of the second inning. Thursday night, if you have a youngin' under the age of 12 and they wear their jersey to the game, they will get in free. And Redding drives one to right center, and Williamson, an incredible grab out there in right center field for out number 3. And you just have to tip your hat to Williamson as he made the diving grab out there in right field. And the Bobcats are headed to the plate. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So we are back here in the bottom half of the second inning. The second baseman, Cody Broom, set to lead things off for the Bobcats. Harmon starts them off with a fastball on the outside part of the plate for strike one. Malik McNair stands on deck. Both of these guys seniors. So their last regular season home baseball game is here tonight. And the 1-1 pitch. This one hit to the third baseman. He scoops it up and throws it to first for out number one. A good barrel there by Broom, but goes straight to the third baseman for out number one. Now the hitter for the Bobcats, Malik McNair. McNair hitting .278 on the season. 5 doubles and a round tripper. And the top of the lineup due back up after him. He squares the bunt. A bunted foul. McNair, the left fielder tonight. A 4-year baseball and football star here in Sumrall. One pitch. Misses away for ball two. So a 2-1 count here on McNair, 1 out. And he hits this one to the second baseman. It's going to bounce, take a little funky hop, and he beats it out at first. So an infield single on a little pop-up to the second baseman.
Center fielder, David Williams.
And that is one way to get on here in the bottom half of the second inning. That'll bring up the top of the order, Caden Williamson. Williamson walked in his first plate appearance. So Williamson, Davis, Hawkins due up for the Bobcats now. McNair, a lot of speed over there at first base, and he takes off. And he is not going to get him, and he's going to slide into second, and now he's headed to third, but the center fielder throws him out. So after McNair easily stole second, he saw the ball, got into center field, and decided to try to take third, and the center fielder throws a dart to the third baseman, and they tag him out for out number two. So 2 outs now on the Bobcats. Williamson stands in the box. So a 1-1 count here on Williamson. He hits this one to the shortstop. He fields it cleanly and throws it to first for out number 3. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors.
One run, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. After 2 complete, Sumrall 1, 9-0.
And the Bobcats lead 1-0 as we head to the top half of the third inning. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So we are back here in the top half of the third inning. The Bobcats having a 1-0 lead against the Bulldogs, but the Bulldogs trying to get something started here in the third. And that's a good start as Cole Tudor, the catcher for the Bulldogs, hits one out in the left field for a leadoff single. So Will Ragsdale the hitter for the Bulldogs, the leadoff guy in this Bulldog order. So the 9-hole man finds a way on with a single in the sixth. Patrick Thomas gets a swing and a miss on the breaking ball from Ragsdale. So no balls, one out. No balls, one strike, no outs. Our runner on first base. Cade Clinton, a good block to keep things in front. And the 1-1 pitch. That one misses. The Southern Miss Golden Eagles take on the Colonels from Nicholls State tonight at the Pete. Currently losing 4-1. So the Nicholls State trying to take their second game from Southern Miss in the midweeks. And this one hit to Drew Davis. Should be easy too, and he steps on it himself and throws it to first for the double play. A great play by Davis. And just how the Bobcats drew it up. Easy play for Davis. And now nobody on two outs. Garrison Corral, the second baseman, the hitter for the Bulldogs now. Thomas has looked good on the mound for the Bobcats so far tonight. So 2 outs, a 2-0 count here on Corral. And this one hit out in the left field, but McNair doesn't have to move and catches it for out number 3. So no runs on one hit, no errors, nobody left on base for the Bulldogs. And we are headed to the bottom half of the third inning. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So we are back here in the bottom half of the third inning. Drew Davis set to lead things off. So Davis, Hawkins, Clinton due up for the Bobcats as they try to get some more insurance here in the third inning. Harmon toes the rubber again here in the third for the Bulldogs. Davis takes that ball on the outside part of the plate for strike one. And that one misses. So a 1-1 count now on Davis. A 1-1 pitch. Out back to the catcher. That brings the count to 1-2. Davis singled his first time up and led the game off. Able to get the first two runners aboard back in the first inning. And he hits this one up the middle for his second base hit of the night here tonight. So two singles for Davis, and that brings up Landon Hawkins. Landon Hawkins also had a single his first at bat. He has the lone RBI tonight. He scored Williamson from second on that base hit. So Davis stands at first. No outs here for the Bobcats. And he's stealing. And the catcher throws it to second, and the second baseman saves it from going into the outfield. So 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. Here to Hawkins. He takes that one for a ball. So a runner in scoring position here for the Bobcats. Hawkins fouls that back into the net. That brings the count to 2-1 here versus Hawkins. Harmon has pitched a good game for the Bulldogs thus far. And he has worked himself back into this count, bringing it to 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Davis stands at second. A base hit will score him. He's stealing. And he's going to throw it to third, and that goes out into left field, and Davis is going to score on the wild throw. So the Bobcats take a 2-0 lead here in the bottom half of the third inning. Drew Davis stole second, stole third, and took home on the wild throw. There was a ball on the pitch. And that brings the count full here to Hawkins. So the full count pitch. That one misses inside for ball 4.
Pitcher, Cade Clinton.
Cade Clinton, the catcher for the Bobcats tonight, steps up to the box. He walked his first at bat. So Clinton still hitting .329 on the season. Hawkins takes off to second, but slides in time. And still second base. A very close play. But he's able to slide in safely. So a runner now in scoring position here for Clinton. Odom stands on deck for the Bobcats. Clinton found that one straight back. Clinton battled some injuries early on in the season. And there was a few games he didn't even play and found himself back in the lineup. The home signee, also a senior here for the Bobcats. But he got super red hot in the latter half of the season for this Bobcat team. He kept the Bobcats in check a few times. But the one that comes to mind, the one against Forest County where he hit the go-ahead home run. So the 2-1 count here on Clinton. And this one hit into right field. The second baseman dives, unable to get it, and Hawkins is headed home. And he's going to be able to beat the throw. And the throw to second doesn't get Clinton, but he's going to stop there. So the single by Clinton and the RBI, and he is able to advance to second on the throw. And head coach, Coach Dice, heads to the mound for the Bulldogs, trying to figure out what to do next. So this is Zane Berry, and we will be back after the break. Leo Odom heads to the plate for the Bobcats. There with no outs in the bottom half of the third inning. So the Bobcats have a 3-0 lead here against the Bulldogs. Looking to extend it here with a runner in scoring position out at second base, and he hits this one very hard into right center. Back, and it's off the wall, and Will Rayner will score, and that is another double for Leo Odom, his 13th double of the season. He may lead the state in doubles. So a great piece of hitting there by Odom, and that allows the Bobcats to score another run to bring it to 4-0 here in the bottom half of the third inning. Now Colby Pittman, the hitter for the Bobcats, he struck out looking his first at-bat. But he heads to the plate with a runner in scoring position, no outs here in the bottom half of the third inning. The Bobcats with a 4-0 lead. Pittman fouls that one back. So he is down with a 0-2 count. And no outs. Odom stands at second. That one misses way away. The 1-2 pitch. That one misses away. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here to the right fielder, Colby Pittman. His first start of the season. And his last regular season game as a Bobcat. Trying to do some damage. And he does. He hits this one out into left center, and it's going to fall for a single. And that's going to score Odom. Odom rounds third, hit it home, and the center fielder throws it off the backstop. And Colby Pittman gets a single and advances to second on the RBI. So a great piece of hitting by Colby Pittman with 2 strikes. And that is a single for the senior. And that'll bring up Eli Altman, the DH tonight for the Bobcats. So it looks like we will have a pitching change. You are listening to Zane Berry, and we will be back after the break. So Eli Altman, the hitter for the Bobcats now, with no outs, a runner on second base. Eli Altman, the DH tonight for the Bobcats. He flew out to the first baseman, his first at bat. Colby Pittman stands at second. Altman fouls that one back onto the football field. So the 0-1 count here on Altman, his first start of the season. And his last home regular season game. Very memorable career for Eli Altman. And all these seniors, and I can just attest to this, this is the best time of their lives, and they don't even realize it. I mean, they have it made here at Sumrall. So they got to cherish every second of it before they head off to college, and stuff's starting to get a little hard. So a 2-1 count here on Altman. And that one misses up. So Altman trying to find his way on base here with a 3-1 count, no outs. Pittman at second base. And that one, fastball down the middle for strike 2. That brings the count full. Cody Broom stands on deck, and Malik McNair in the hole after him. The Bobcats have a 5-0 lead here in the bottom half of the third inning. That is a walk to Eli Altman. So he finds himself on first base. And that'll bring up the second baseman for the Bobcats, Cody Broom. Cody Broom grounded out in his first at-bat. Had a very good barrel. Just hit it straight to the third baseman, and he threw it to first. So Altman stands at first. Pittman at second. Still no outs for the Bulldogs. And that one called strike for strike 1. Good pitch there by McGee. Hendricks McGee, the new pitcher for the Bulldogs. So 1-1 count here on Broom. McGee trying to get the Bulldogs out of the situation they've been in this inning. That one misses high. That brings the count to 2-1. McNair stands on deck, and he had an infield single his last at bat. Then the top of the lineup back up after him. So the 2-1 pitch. That one misses away. And that brings the count to 3-1 here against Broom. So the 3-1 pitch. And that is a called strike 2. That brings the count full here to Cody Broom. So the 3-2 pitch. And that one misses low for ball 4. So that loads the bases here for the Bobcats. Malik McNair heads to the plate. But the pitching coach for the Bulldogs heads out to the mound to talk to his pitcher. So this is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So the base is loaded now for the left fielder, Malik McNair. He had a hit his first at bat, and he has an opportunity to really bust this thing open here in the bottom half of the third inning. So Pittman stands at third. Altman at second and Broom at first. McNair in the box with the top of the lineup, Caden Williamson on deck. A big swing and a miss there by McNair. So the 1-1 pitch. And that one on the outside part of the plate for strike two. So a 1-2 count now on McNair. Still no outs here in the third inning. The Bobcats have scored 4 runs this inning so far and have a big opportunity to tack on to that lead. McNair has worked himself back into this count, and the count goes full. So ball 4, base hit, or an out here for McNair. And he hits this one to the shortstop. It's going to be a tough play. He's only going to have a play at first, and McNair beats it out. So his second infield hit here tonight. And that one an RBI. I knew off the bat it was going to be tough for that shortstop with McNair's speed. So McNair 2 for 2 on the night. And now Caden Williamson, the hitter for the Bobcats. He is 0 for 1 tonight with a walk and a ground out. And the infield creeping in for the Bulldogs. Hendricks McGee trying to keep things where they are. A double play ball would be ideal for this Bulldogs team. A 1-0 pitch. Catches the outside part of the plate for strike one. After Williamson, Drew Davis, who's 2 for 2 tonight, stands on deck. And a swing and a miss by Williamson. That brings the count to 1-2 here to him. McGee working out of the windup here for the Bulldogs. And a swing and a miss. And that'll be out number 1 here in the bottom half of the third inning. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Drew Davis. Davis 2 for 2 on the night with 2 singles. Now the tough part of this Bobcat order. They haven't got out tonight. Davis, Hawkins, Clinton. Davis late on that fastball for strike one. So a double play ball could end the inning. He takes out for strike two. So an 0-2 count here to Davis. McGee working quick on the mound. He throws that one in the dirt and it gets away from the catcher. But Altman unable to advance. That brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here to the shortstop, Drew Davis. That one misses away. So in the 2-2 pitch. And this one is going to go in the 4 hole. So his third hit of the night And they are going to score one more to bring the score to 7-0. Bobcats lead. So Drew Davis, 3 singles on the night. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Landon Hawkins. Landon Hawkins with a single and a walk. And this is who you do not want to see with bases loaded. That one messes up and in on Hawkins. So Hawkins, Clinton, and Odom due up for the Bobcats. Hawkins fouls that one straight back. So the Bobcats with a 7-run lead here against the Mize Bulldogs. And a swing and a miss by Hawkins. That brings the count to 1-2. So several people watching tonight. Miss Christy Martin watching from Folsom, Louisiana, as always. And then Raymond and Truby McCraney watching from Melby today. They're usually watching from Lincoln Road, but they are watching from Melby and Hickory Grove, and they say go Bobcats. And then, of course, the queen of Sumrall baseball, Miss Karen Thompson, watching, saying congrats, seniors. So thank you all for tuning in tonight. And the full count pitch on Hawkins misses away, and that brings in Cody Broom. And the Bobcats take an 8-0 lead here in the bottom half of the third inning. That'll bring up Cade Clinton. Clinton 1 for 1 tonight with a single and a walk. He singled his last at bat. A good swing, but he found that one straight back for strike one. So an 0-1 count here on Clinton. And he hits this one into the dark dusk night, and it doesn't look like anybody's going to be able to find it. The first baseman tries to catch it out in right field, and it drops. And that is going to go down as a single in the books. The tough time of the day for pop-ups is right now. As you can tell, the right fielder didn't see it. The second baseman didn't see it. The first baseman was running out in the center field, just unable to get it. So the Bobcats with an 8-run inning here in the third inning. And Coach Dice heads to the mound. Looks like there will be a pitching change here for the Bulldogs. So this is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So we are back here in the bottom half of the third inning. The Bobcats have a 9-0 lead here against the Bulldogs. And a big opportunity for them to tack on even more runs as the bases are loaded. And the power hitting Leo Odom steps up to the plate. Leo Odom had a double in his last at-bat off the right center field wall. So not the guy you want to see when you come into the game. And this one's hit to center field, and they're going to be able to tag. And he tags from third base. Drew Davis able to get to third, and that one are able to reach home. And Landon Hawkins able to advance to third. And Will Rayner able to advance 90 feet to second base on the sacrifice fly by Odom. So the Bobcats now have a 10-run lead here in the third inning. And I'll bring up the senior, Colby Pittman. Pittman singled earlier in this game. Actually, in this inning. A long inning for the Bulldogs. A strong start. And this one's going to be a tough play for the pitcher. And he gets out at first for out number 3. So 9 runs on 7 hits and an error. The Bobcats lead 10-0. We are headed to the top half of the fourth inning. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So Patrick Thomas gets the ball back, and we are getting started here in the top of the fourth inning. So the Bobcats with a 10-run lead. They are 6 outs away from winning this ball game. And that one's flown out to left field, and Malik McNair makes the play out there. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Thomas. Now Holden McAlpin, the hitter for the Bulldogs. Thomas has thrown a lot of strikes for the Bobcats tonight. McAlpin fouls that one. Straight back for strike 1. So no 1 count here on McAlpin. Thomas steps off, says he cannot see the signs. No 1 pitch. Breaking ball for strike 2. And a big swing and a miss. And that's a strikeout for Patrick Thomas. And he's gotten 2 outs here in the top half of the fourth inning. That'll bring up Ethan Harmon, the starting pitcher for the Bulldogs. Harmon struck out his first at bat against Thomas. Thomas throws a good pitch. They don't call it. The 1-0 pitch. Misses low for ball 2. Three straight balls to Harmon. And the Bulldogs are knocking on their first base runner of the inning. So a 3-0 count. 2 outs. And Thomas throws a strike there. So a 3-1 count now on Harmon. He fouls that back into the net. And that brings the count full here with 2 outs. Like I said, this is a very young Mize Bulldogs team. They have a lot of upside in the future, and you can look at their schedule and their record and tell by that. Just a lot of mistakes on the mound for the Bulldogs tonight. So the Bobcats have 10 hits. And this is a team that will definitely be pushing for a state championship, if not this year, in the future, in their division. Now the first baseman, the starting first baseman, but now the pitcher for the Bulldogs, Hendricks McGee, steps into the box with 2 outs. Patrick Thomas starts him off with a fastball for a strike. So an 0-1 count, 2 outs here for the Bobcats. Trying to get back into the dugout. They are 4 outs away from winning this thing in 5. McGee ropes this one down the left field line. And McNair unable to get into it, and that is a ground rule double for Hendricks McGee. A very good barrel by the pitcher. And he sends that over the left fielder. And then it bounces over the left field wall. So a 2-out double there for McGee. I'm going to bring up Dak Smith, the right fielder for the Bulldogs. And he hits this one. A pop-up. It's going to be trouble. Pittman makes the running grab, and that is out number 3. And we are headed to the bottom half of the 4th inning. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So we are now getting started in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Eli Altman, the hitter for the Bobcats. He is 0 for 1 tonight, but has reached on via the walk. He flew out to first base his first at bat and walked in his last at bat. And the sidewinder. There's one, and it's fouled onto the football field by Altman. So 2 strikes here to Altman. If the Bobcats are able to get 3 outs without giving a run, as of right now, we will be headed to the house via the 10-run rule. So the 1-2 pitch. And this is away to Altman. And Altman stays alive with the foul ball. So 2-2 count here to Altman. And he hits this one down the third base line, and this might be 2. He is rounding first, headed to second, and that is going to be a stand-up double there for Eli Altman, the DH for the Bobcats. A good piece of hitting by him, and a special moment for the senior. That'll bring up Cody Broom, the second baseman for the Bobcats. Cody Broom is 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out and a walk. Broom, the son of Coach Richard Broom, who is one of my all-time favorite people in the world. Cody Broom is able to advance the runner to third on the ground out to the shortstop. A good play over there by the shortstop for out number 1. And that brings up the left fielder, Malik McNair. So Malik McNair, he's 2 for 2 tonight with 2 singles. This Bobcat offense has come alive tonight. McNair, both of his hits are infield singles. So McNair fouls that one off him and takes a breather, but he heads back to the box here with an 0-1 count. The first baseman for the Bulldogs playing way in. And he hits this one over the first baseman's head, and it's going to get into the corner. He rounds first, headed to second. And his third hit of the night is an RBI double. And a great piece of hitting. And he has been lights out tonight for the Bobcats. We'll have a pinch hitter for the Bobcats. Braylon Harrison hitting for Caden Williamson. So McNair stands at second after the double. So 0-1 count, 1 out here to Harrison. Harrison's first at bat tonight, and he came into this game hitting .214 with a double on the season. Harrison takes that for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch is a called strike, and that brings the count to 2-1. Here with 1 out. McNair at second. The sidewinder on the mound here for the Bulldogs. That one fouled back. That brings the count even at 2s. So a 2-2 count here to Harrison. Drew Davis stands on deck. Davis is 3 for 3 tonight. So the Bobcats have 2 guys who are 3 for 3 tonight. And that one, a called strike 3 to Harrison. That's the second out of the inning. But that'll bring up the shortstop for the Bobcats, Drew Davis. So 2 outs. McNair stands at second. Davis looking for his 4th hit of the night. Hawkins stands on deck. Hawkins is yet to also get out. He is 1 for 1 with 2 walks. And the 0-1 pitch. And that one hits Davis. And he heads to first here with 2 outs. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Landon Hawkins.
Third baseman, Landon Hawkins.
Jim and Glenda Cody watching the Bobcats tonight. The regulars. Thank you, Mr. and Miss Jim and Cody. Jim and Glenda Cody. So 2 outs here to Hawkins. Runners on first and second. And the sidewinder for the Bulldogs misses inside for ball 1. And he drives this one to right field. And the right fielder tries to catch it over the shoulder but misses it. And that's going to at least score 1. So that 2-out double by Landon Hawkins. Scores McNair all the way from second, and Davis advances to third base. The Bobcats take a 12-0 lead here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. And that'll bring up Cade Clinton. Cade Clinton has yet to get out as well. He's 2 for 2 tonight. He's got 2 singles and a walk. And that one is hit off the pitcher, and he doesn't know where it goes, and that's going to be a single.
That came at least 100 off the bat.
Looks like everybody's going to be gathered up in the pitcher's mound taking a look at the hand. That one really got that pitcher. A very hard hit ball by Clinton. So the pitcher says he's good. And we are back. Here with 2 outs. Leo Odom heads to the plate for the Bobcats with a 13-0 lead. So Cade Clinton, a 3 for 3 night for him. So Davis was 3 for 3. Hawkins was 2 for 2. Clinton was 3 for 3. And McNair was 3 for 3. So a lot of guys with a lot of hits in tonight's matchup. The Bulldogs just looking for an out. Leo Odom with a single. He's 2 for 3. And that brings the score to 14-0. The Bobcats lead. So a strikeout, a single, and a ground out for Colby Pittman, the senior. He steps in the box and a big swing and a foul tip by Pittman for strike 1. So the 0-1 count. That pitch misses away and brings the count to 1-1 to Pittman. The Bulldogs just looking for an out. Pittman fouls that one back. And he now has a 1-2 count on him. So a 1-2 count, 2 outs. Here to the right fielder. Eli Altman stands on deck for the Bobcats. Breaking the ball away. Brings the count to 2s. So the 2-2 count here to Pittman. That breaking ball driven to center field, but the center fielder makes a heck of a run and grab for out number 3, and the Bobcats are 3 outs away from heading home with a mercy rule. The Bobcats lead 14-0. Here as we head to the top half of the fifth inning, this is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So we are back here in the top half of the fifth inning. Cody Broom, the pitcher for the Bobcats now, in relief to Patrick Thomas. Patrick Thomas did not give up a run through 4 innings. So a good start by Thomas. And Cody Broom in relief here for the Bobcats. That one hit up the middle. Davis makes a heck of a grab, and the throw to first. And he got away from Odom, but Day rounded first and tried to get back to the bag, but a good bounce off the dugout, and Odom tags him out for out number 1. A tough break for Day. That gives us 1 out here in the top half of the fifth inning. So the Bobcats 2 outs away from their final win of the regular season. Broom pegs them in the back. So a 1-out walk for Broom. That'll bring up to the top of the lineup for the Bulldogs.
Batter number 8,
Will Ragsdale. He hit into a double play his last time at the plate. So Sullivan stands at first. Ragsdale in the box. Davis fires a strike, and McNair camps under it out there in left field for out number 2. So Broom
batter number 23, Harrison Carroll.
looking good on the mound for the Bobcats through 3 batters. That'll bring up Garrison Corral, the second baseman for the Bulldogs. The Bobcats 1 out away from their 24th win of the regular season. 2 outs here for Broome. And the check swing fouls that one for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. And that one's fouled back. So 2 strikes here to Corral. The Bulldogs down to their last strike. And that one hit up the middle. Davis grabs it and steps on the bag for out number 3. And the Bobcats win their 24th game of the season and cap off their 2024 season, regular season, 24-4. An incredible tenure for this Bobcat team. And we are headed to the playoffs as they face Forest Thursday night here at home at 7 o'clock. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. Good night.